I'm patient. I'm patient. I would make you have your way, explain what it is that you want to say to me. I take my time because that's very important. Because everyone, even yourself, there are some dresses, even as much as it could be easy. I remember there was something we made and you're like, Lanre, I think it shouldn't be tight. Or you think it should be. So already I knew that you didn't want it too tight. So everybody, so you just have to really listen into those lines. Even when they're not telling you what it is and they're just making remarks.
Okay, so tell me though, what would you say made you confident enough to start this and be bold enough to do what you're doing, that somebody else can learn from?
I think, first of all, in life, you should be able to take a risk. That's number one. Then number two, because I believed that it was different. Because if you look at your target audience and they're all having the same thing and you decide to bring something new, so those that are coming with something new, they were now feeling like they look different from the other people. So before I knew what was happening, people that wanted to look different were coming to me. And then some people would be like, where did you get that done? This is different. What's our address? So all of that sort of added to it. And then the growth of that helped me a lot. Because Nigerian women, like I mentioned the client to you earlier on, we are not easily that confident. No one wants to walk into a room and laugh. I'll give a good example. I wore a dress one day, I had a lot of Ankaras on it. I went to see one of my aunties. I don't want to see the area because I don't want to feel. It was somewhere lower areas. And I got there, the young children that were just wearing their panties, just playing around, about 18 of them gathered and started laughing at me. I'll never forget that day. They were really laughing like, why would someone wear a dress with all these flowers on? Why is she? And they're really laughing, So that was just to tell you that I was in a different neighborhood and they thought I looked like a clown.
So confidence is key.
So you need to be, for you to wear certain things, you have to have that in you, like you are doing this. And then when I look at those clothes today, Ankara, I used to do tops with bibs. I remember I attended an event one day and they had a bib. And I got to the event and I think it was Banke Meshidala opening something, if I remember. And it was a top with bib and all the photographers just came. I was actually scared for a minute, like, what's going on here?
Because we're different.
Yes, so when I saw the picture in style, it took me, I had to really take my time and say, God, I hope this is not a no. And I read and I saw that it was a very nice write-up on something different, that this is a bold step in fashion. So all of those definitely helped me. Because you have to say that there's a lot of designers today, very creative,
so what
excellent
do you think is, definitely, that's what the industry is like. But yes. Have you had occasion to mentor young people and to see, what are the kinds of things you're finding out?
What I'm finding out today is that I've mentored and spoken to a couple of young people, but sometimes I feel that some of them are just quite in a hurry, because you see, it takes quite a time to build a brand.
It took you 7 years to make real profit.
And then before you start, I remember when I did shows in South Africa, when I did my first show at Royal Alberto, for instance, and to Roots, in fact, that show, believe it or not, it got to a point where I thought I shouldn't have even left Nigeria because there were some issues, some of the garments. We got there, the other single was at this show, Momo Couture, they had everything, hairpiece and all. When they asked me, I'll never forget when they said to me, LDA, no, it wasn't LDA, no, I wasn't called LDA again. It was, Lanre, where are your earpieces? So I'm like, earpieces? No, I don't have any earpieces. Okay, so what sort of shoes, what's your mood board for this, for the show? I was like, mood board? No, I came with my
Nobody
clothes.
had told you?
No.
Maybe only about 2 years in the industry?
Yes. So, but today, they are very lucky. Those are there now. Yeah. So, but I think at the same time, they should take advantage of what they have now and just try and be patient with people, because part of it, again, that I always say to people, some people will tell me they can't do it, but you need to know your clientele, first of all. That means that at some point you take some fabrics and all. So we can't all just start opening stores. You still have to have that one-on-one.
You've grown from taking fabric
to...
you now became LDA.
Yes,
and
I started doing prêt-à-porter, and so that has already... So, because I know, in all honesty, I can't think of who it is in Nigeria that I'm looking for. Do you get what I'm saying? I've met so many people over the course of the years of being in this industry. And so that has really helped me.
So the deepest corridors of power.
I've tried.
So clothes have carried you to the deepest corridors of power.
I have tried.
So I find it interesting that you are still one of those high-end couturiers that still take fabrics from people.
Yes, I do.
Because, you do all of those things.
I still do. I still do, because I actually, out there, officially, I don't take fabrics. But there are certain people that they come to you and they say to you, Lanre, I would love this to be made into some style that you had done, and it's
like
a
I want a
beautiful
repeat
fabric.
I will show the outfit now. I want a repeat of this outfit.
Thank you.
The one
And
that
these
I
are
wore at
people
one
that
of
have
the
been
covers,
there for you. You grew with them. Look at, I mean, I've been on the cover of your magazine.
and
all
all
of
the
that
top
has
magazine.
helped me. Media has been also really, really good to me. Because all of
So
this
how would you
sense-
advise to a young person who's thinking of making that kind of decision now, who's female?
who is female, I would want her to first of all try to get to know her clients. Know your target audience.
Or know what you want to do. How,
Yes.
okay, target audience. Okay.
The target audience is important. Are you doing children's clothing? Are you doing what's your age range? All those things are important because now there's so many of them out there. So you need to know who your clientele is. Once you've identified with that, you look at fabrics and you need to know what sort of budgets that
They
is.
hit their pockets.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Because
So did you have all of this in mind when you started?
no.
Okay, but you have learnt.
Now, you need to know, in fact, there's certain people confident now because of sort of, I have everyone as clients. I don't have any
Some people
certain-
have grown with you.
Yes, exactly. And, so you have to, because now, if you look at it, fabrics are really expensive. And the recession in Nigeria now in terms of the dollar and all of that, because unfortunately we don't really have that textile. Like for instance, look at Vlisco. Vlisco is a brand I admire a lot and I do stuff with them. And you can wear a Vlisco outfit and in Ankara and look very gracious, depending on how you want to make it. So you can make it cheap, you can make it expensive. So when you're dealing with your client, you need the young person needs to know where she's going. So when she's identified with that, then she decides, okay, am I taking fabrics or do I want to just sell it? Now everybody wants to do pret-a-porter, but my thing with pret-a-porter is that they need to know your brand before you start selling.
So that's one basic mistake people are
You need
making.
to know.
Thinking that
If I don't know what your brand is, I won't just go online and be looking for you. I'll be looked for. So there are people, I'm yet to start my online, but people call me and say, Lanre, I went online, I didn't see you. Do you understand? So you can't just decide, I'm going to open a shop. Before you open the shop, try and...
So pret-a-porter means that's already made,
Yes,
couture,
before you do that, I think they should try and gather some form of client base. And then from there, word of mouth starts spreading around. And then when you now decide you're opening your store, you already have people that believe in what you do. And then from there, it grows. It might not work every time like that abroad, but the way they do it abroad is more different than here.
So from here, start small, don't worry.
Yes.
Go for it, know your clientele.
And you will get there.
And you'll get there. Thank you so much for being with us. Time runs, eh? But we gotta go.
Thank
Thank you so
you.
much.
Thank you so
I appreciate
much.
you. And at this point, I will say bye-bye to my guest, and I'll see you again next week on Seriously Speaking.